It wasn't a stumble, it was a takedown. And not by tabloids or trolls, but by Dame Helen Mirren herself. In a moment that froze the Graham Norton set and set social media ablaze, the Oscar-winning actress obliterated Meghan Markle's newly launched Ever Rose fragrance line in front of a live audience. What was meant to be a sparkling PR moment for Meghan quickly spiraled into a televised reckoning, one no script or strategy could save. Helen didn't come to play. She came to speak truth, and what followed wasn't just a roast, it was an unmasking. Helen Mirren's comment wasn't offhand. It was deliberate, targeted, and devastating. When asked casually by Norton what she thought of the Ever Rose launch, clearly referencing the hyper-promoted scent Meghan had gushed about earlier, Helen responded with a single, ice-cold line. "I've smelt better lies." The audience gasped. Meghan's smile dropped. There was no laugh track to hide behind, no spin room to run to. In less than a sentence, Helen did what millions had been quietly thinking. She cut through the fantasy, the performance, and the ego. And the silence that followed? Deafening. This wasn't just about perfume. This was about credibility, something Meghan has steadily eroded with every manufactured product, every staged appearance, and every rebranding attempt. Ever Rose was marketed as a celebration of femininity, elegance, and personal reinvention. But instead, it's become a symbol of tone-deaf branding, cheap formulation, and the increasingly desperate attempt to stay relevant. Reviewers weren't kind. Professional fragrance critics slammed the perfume as synthetic, unoriginal, and overpriced. Even loyal fans of Meghan found it hard to defend a product that, quite literally, didn't pass the smell test. Behind the scenes, the backlash had already started long before the Norton show aired. Industry insiders revealed that Meghan strong-armed her way into production, ignoring warnings from experts and brushing off concerns about quality. One former partner even claimed she was more interested in the bottle design than the fragrance itself. She cared about the look, not the substance. The insider told a UK magazine. Sound familiar? That exact accusation has followed Meghan since her royal exit. Style over substance, brand over authenticity, and ambition over everything else. What Helen Mirren did was more than a casual critique, it was a cultural pulse check. Here was a woman with decades of hard-earned respect standing next to someone whose fame is increasingly viewed as borrowed, inflated, and self-created. And Helen didn't attack out of jealousy or cruelty, she attacked out of frustration. Frustration at the commodification of identity. Frustration at the way Meghan has weaponized victimhood for gain, all while launching vanity projects like Ever Rose, as if they carry the weight of real purpose. Helen didn't just call out a bad fragrance. She called out the woman behind it. Let's not forget the awkward exchange that followed. Meghan, visibly rattled, attempted to laugh it off. "Well, I guess not everyone's a Rose fan," she quipped, but the damage was done. Graham, sensing the tension, quickly changed the subject, but the camera didn't lie. Meghan wasn't smiling anymore. Her polished facade cracked, and for the first time in a long time, the former Duchess had no control over the narrative. There were no headlines to twist, no PR statements to release, no Instagram filters to hide behind. Just Helen Mirren, one brutal line, and a studio full of people who saw the mask slip. And then came the aftermath. Within minutes of the broadcast, clips of the moment exploded across X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Viewers didn't just share it, they celebrated it. Hashtags like Ever Rose Exposed and Helen Handled It trended globally. Comments poured in. Finally, someone said it. She got what she deserved. Helen Mirren for Prime Minister. And for Meghan, the numbers told the story best. Sales of Ever Rose plummeted overnight. Retailers quietly pulled the fragrance from prime displays. Even her die-hard defenders struggled to explain away the live debacle. What's unfolding now isn't just the fall of a product, it's the unraveling of a brand. Meghan Markle once held the world's attention with her modern fairy tale. But the fairy dust has long faded, and what's left is a pattern of over-promising and under-delivering. Ever Rose was supposed to mark a bold new chapter in her entrepreneurial empire. Instead, it exposed the hollow foundation it's built on. Helen Mirren didn't just ruin a launch. She revealed a truth. one that many suspected, but few had the courage or the platform to say out loud. And that's why this moment matters. It wasn't petty. It wasn't scripted. It was real. It was one respected voice standing up against the manufactured machine that Meghan Markle has become. And in a media landscape dominated by spin and superficiality, that kind of honesty is rare. Painful, yes, but necessary. Because sometimes, it takes a dame to say what everyone else is too afraid to admit. Not everything that sparkles is gold. And not every rose deserves to bloom.